Sorry, the video like closed like in a weird way, but anyway. But as I said before, Pep Guardiola said that Manchester City, and City and Pep, Pep Guardiola said what would it take to stop Arsenal, and he said, well, if hopefully Arsenal can see the goal one day. Um, you could tell that he's not happy by Arsenal's brilliance defensively, especially because obviously in the last 7 games Arsenal have conceded 0 goals. But I think Arsenal for sure are a much better team than Man City right now. They're more stable defensively, without a shadow of a doubt. They are a better team than Man City, Arsenal, and they have a better chance of winning the Premier League. And the table says that 6 points clear of City, 7 points clear of Liverpool. The least goals conceded. Yeah, City going forward, they're very good and they've scored the most goals out of any Premier League teams this season. But if I'm being very honest, they scored 20 goals, but 13 of those goals came from one player, and that came from Erling Haaland. And let's not forget, City, going forward they're good, but if you look at their top goal scorers, Erling Haaland 13 in the Premier League, in all competitions, Erling Haaland 13, and the rest of them are 1-1-1-1-1. Duku 1, Foden 1, Mamouche 1, etc. The second top scorer actually for Man City was the Burnley player who scored two own goals. It's crazy. So, City, they're not bad, but it's not the City that we all know. They're not a bad team, but it's not the City that we all know. And attacking wise, they can improve. They have to have other good players scoring. They can't have only one player delivering for them, because what if, let's say, Erling Haaland suffers an injury? I'm not wishing injury on anybody, by the way, but what if? It's because at some point you have to prepare for what might happen, just in case, what if he gets injured? Then how's City gonna look like? Because this is not the City of before, where you could take a hand out of the team and you're like, yeah, whatever. They still have quality other players. They still have, Mahrez, Foden at his best, Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri, Bernardo Silva at his best. Mahrez, etc. Julian Alvarez. This is not the City that we all know before. So the other, if Man City want to win the Premier League, they have to be stable defensively, and also they have to have other players scoring in the attack, not only Erling Haaland. Otherwise, Arsenal, they're going to win the league. So City are going to have to step up a gear. They're going to have to improve. Yeah, they're not far away from Arsenal from which the table suggests, but they have to improve. City, in my opinion. So, because Arsenal look like a much better team right now. Not much better, but better team in terms of defensively, in terms of connection between the players, and also handling the difficult games. Because if you look at all the difficult games that Arsenal have played this season, they've handled quite all of them quite well. Liverpool, they were in control defensively, but they just conceded of an absolute worldie from Szoboszlai. Against Man City, of course, they should have done better, but they still managed to get a draw at the end. They beat Newcastle away, they beat Man United away. They've had some difficult games. Arsenal, they beat Atletico Madrid 4-0, whereas City, you look at the games where they have had some difficult games. They lost to Brighton away. It's a tricky place to go. They've lost to Tottenham. They've lost to Aston Villa away. Alright, they beat Man United, but they drew. They nearly beat Arsenal at the end at the Emirates. They've had some games where they could do well, but they've had some setbacks and games where they should have done better. Brighton away, Aston Villa away. So. Yeah, but 6 points difference between Arsenal and Man City, 7 points difference between Arsenal and Liverpool. Arsenal are the favourites. Second favourites, I think, Man City. Third favourites, Liverpool. I don't think Liverpool, the way they've been playing. I know they won Aston Villa, but the way they've been playing in the last all season, actually, it doesn't suggest me they're going to even fight for the Premier League title towards the end, in my opinion. So, yeah. Let's move on to La Liga, as Football Club Barcelona respond after losing a Clásico by beating Elche 3-1. Goals from Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres, Marcus Rashford. Lamine Yamal, obviously, he's had some difficulties off the pitch. Stuff with, people saying he broke up, etc. But anyway, that's not related to football. He bounced back and he scored a very good goal, and he played well, actually. Ferran Torres with the goal. Marcus Rashford once again delivering. The guy's been absolutely fantastic for Barcelona since he arrived there. That's 5 goals, 6 assists right now, and he's showing once again he's loving life at Barcelona. So yeah, happy for him, and he's doing really really well. He's having a very good season so far for Barcelona. So long may it continue for him. But Barcelona is a very important way to bounce back, especially after losing Clasico, and to limit the gap between them and Real Madrid for the title. So yeah, very important win for Barcelona. Serie A, Inter Milan beat Verona 2-1. AC Milan beat AS Roma 1-0. Goal from Strena Pavlovic. However, Roma missed a great, they had some possession and had some chances, particularly in the second half, but they missed the opportunity to equalise in 82nd minute from Paulo Dybala, but it was saved by Mike Mainen. Great save from him. And Milan go on and win the game, and it was a typical Allegri performance, to be honest with you. The first half they were doing really well, winning 1-0, and the second half they were parking the bus, conceding possession, but they managed to hold on and win the game. So well done to them, congratulations. And you look at the Serie A table, Napoli at top of the Serie A, but Inter 21 points, 1 point behind Napoli. Milan 1 point behind Napoli. Roma 1 point behind Napoli. So it could be a very interesting title race for this season's Serie A. That's for sure. That's it, guys. Thank you. I wish you have a nice day. See you next time. See you on tomorrow on Wednesday, and no tomorrow because the 2 big games coming up. And have a nice day. Bye.